Action stations. Get in your vehicles. Right there. The guards are about to do the convoy.
Good evening and welcome to RTE's coverage of the presidential inauguration. I am your host this evening, Dean O'Connor, and I am joined with Jeremy O'Midra. However it's said, I will never get it right and he is sure to correct me when we go to him later, but it's not about him, it is about Caoimhin O'Neill, who is being inaugurated as the President of Ireland this evening. He won the election against Lynette, just a few weeks ago, if you don't remember that. Quite a victory, of course. I believe he got roughly in the ballpark of, like 70% of the vote. I can't remember. I don't have the statistics in front of me, but that doesn't matter because we're not here to talk about the election. We are here live at Dublin Castle, which is where his inauguration is going to take place. We've got members of the IDF standing at attention. We've got members of the public and invited guests within Dublin Castle itself. The chair where the future President of Ireland, upon being inaugurated, will sit. Many honoured guests this evening. In fact, for a full list of guests and to go to someone who's going to recognise more people than I'd ever be able to achieve. Jeremy, how are you?
I'm absolutely wonderful.
Lovely. Can you tell us some of the guests you can see this evening? Who's gathered with us?
Well, in attendance currently, you have, obviously the on Taoiseach and many former Taoiseachs, Valorist and Tom Whittaker, notable, are going to be participating keenly in the events today. There's also the Bishop of Dublin here. You can see him there just on the stage. He's in the red, for those who can't tell. You've also got the outgoing President Bayrak and the Chief Justice, former President Conor Novak here. So we're about to see all Ireland's presidents present at this one event. So it's really a historic moment.
And do you care to remind us what role you're going to be taking up this evening, Jeremy?
Esteemed guest.
Esteemed guest. You're not a member of the Guard? You're not in the IDF?
Oh, I am participating in the convoy, but sure, and I will be assuming my role as state photographer during the event. So, yeah.
Yes, it is expected that the President will arrive by convoy. He will arrive at Dublin Castle, where he will then follow through the entrance. I believe the national anthem will play as he walks down the aisle, where once he gets to the end, once all is done and said, once everyone is in place, he will put his hand on a fancy little book and make an oath, if I remember correctly. I'm not very good at procedure, if you couldn't tell. But yes, this is once again the inauguration of President Caoimhin O'Neill, or as we all know him, Sequadic, probably how we'll refer to him going forward, so that we don't constantly get into a bit of a tongue-twister situation on my end. If we've learned anything from RT broadcasts, it's that I should never be trusted with saying anyone's name, anyone's surname, or the name of any organisation in Irish. But once again, go on, yes, Jeremy? Something you need to tell us?
Here. Don't worry.
All right. Yes, we do have scenes here. I say scenes, very quiet scenes outside Dublin Castle within the courtyard area. This is where inspections typically take place that involve the president, who also happens at the IDF's barracks. But this is usually where inspections will happen, including those from the IDF, those from the Garda, not the NAS yet. Don't worry, I'm working on that. But yes, this is where inspections take place, and now it is where the presidential inauguration will take place. Hopefully the convoy will pull up here. As I don't know how that's going to go. I haven't actually seen that in practice. Or for real yet, because we haven't seen it yet before our own eyes. It's going to take a while. As Conor Novak is saying there, members of the public will be able to use FreeCam to see what's going on, rendering RTE's role as a state broadcaster completely irrelevant in the process. I don't know whose smart idea it was to give the public the ability to basically broadcast for themselves, but Who am I to complain? I'm the Director General of the state broadcaster, RTE.
Signed a contract.
Yes, I did indeed sign a contract, just as the President, President-elect Keith O'Neill, is going to sign a contract with the people of Ireland in the form of this inauguration. See what I did there, Jeremy? See what I did there?
Indeed, you did.
Yep, pretty good. But yes, people obviously being informed there how to use FreeCam. Don't worry, I once was there at that one point in time where I did not know how to use FreeCam either. Happens to the best of us. Of course, someone who knows how to use FreeCam and is very good at using FreeCam. In fact, a national photographer in his prime, Jeremy, who is, of course, with us on this broadcast. Jeremy, how's photo taking going?
I'm currently staged, waiting for the convoy to move from the archway. I've assumed a nice position in the middle of the courtyard to get all the lead vehicles out. So it worked out last time well, so I'm going to use the same formula again. Sometimes there's no need to change things at work.
Absolutely fair to say there. I like the test of our breaking news feature there. Just a bit of a show of what RTE has in store in the future. There will be more to come on that front. There is a lot to come from RTE in the coming months. Just give us a bit of time to prepare that. In the meantime, presidential inauguration. To which case, I must say, pretty good. I hope that was audible. I don't know if my microphone picked that up. Anyway, so Jeremy, any notable moments so far? Have you seen any funny moments? Has anyone tripped over while walking into the building yet?
Well, sure, there was Conor Novak running around. I think that's pretty funny in and of itself, out of the wheelchair. So whoever let him out of the retirement home is beyond me.
Yes, that does actually bring us to some of our headlines. If you do see Conor Novak, please report him to the local authorities immediately. We are looking for the public's assistance in locating Conor Novak and bringing him back to back into custody at the care home. So please notify your local authorities if you do see Mr. Conor Novak. However, if you
information, if you're interested.
Oh, go on. Yes.
So the current convoy is comprised of 4 cars currently. So the first car is the lead car. It will be driven by the Assistant Commissioner Valorous, and I will also be sat in there. But sure, that doesn't really matter. In the
Very lovely.
The second car is the aide-de-camp to the president, Yuk O'Mara, my wonderful and favourite son. And then in the third car will be the president, I think just on his own. And then the final car. That's all I have really. Still no idea when this is going to start. Still waiting on that one.
Yes, with that information, the president is apparently in the third car, so any members of the National Invincibles, if you want to take your shot, now is the time. Yes, we do see them here preparing the convoy. I'm pretty sure we're not meant to show these scenes because I guess it ruins the immersion for those who really care about the roleplay element of Row Nations. But yes, Jeremy?
My immersion.
Yeah, your immersion. I know my immersion's ruined as well. I know. Completely, I'm annoyed.
Airways there.
But yes, again, we do have the quiet scenes here out in the compound. Members of the IDF once again standing at attention, ready to greet the president by standing there and doing absolutely nothing in true military tradition. I believe we do have someone there who's about to ask one of the IDF members to that attention, asking for where to go. I believe that is the Tornishta there, Kiro Kearney. About to invite this Czech individual into the building. There we go. Welcome to Ireland, Mr. Czech man. Welcome to Ireland. I hope you enjoy this country as much as all of us here in Ireland do. And also, you're getting a greeting from the Tornishta. I mean, that's a pretty good first encounter, isn't it? There we go. I believe we just got a snippet there of Conor Novak as well, also watching over whatever ordeal just went on there. Once again, please report to the local authorities if you see Mr. Colin Novak. He is a threat. I repeat, he is a threat.
He may also be armed.
Yes,
a
he may
broken
also
wine
be
bottle.
armed.
A broken wine bottle. Just be advised. It's hidden under the third button of his jacket.
Yeah, I know. Very irresponsible of him to drink alcohol, specifically wine, during this event.
We have some liquor.
My apologies. But yes, I believe How long until the convoy, Jeremy? Do we know how long the convoy is out?
Under a minute.
Under a minute. Okay, we're about under a minute. We should hopefully be seeing the presidential convoy turn up to the front of Dublin Castle. I say the front of Dublin Castle. Within the compound, it'll park. I would assume near the entrance to the building. People are being asked to be quiet now. Definitely a sign that we're about to be seeing some action. I mean, I say about to see some action. I don't believe the National Invincibles have anything planned for this evening. But yes, once again, we are now waiting for the moment that this convoy turns around. I believe we lost connection to one of our cameras there showing the convoy. I would very much hope that the camera has not been bombed by the National Invincibles. Okay, no, we have restored our connection. We are absolutely fine there. But yes, we now lie in wait. I would say, though, this is definitely over a minute, Jeremy. Did you lie to me?
No comment on about the fifth.
No comments. You're refusing to answer my question. Is that it?
Yes, I'm refusing to answer my question without my lawyer present.
I understand you're the Attorney General, Mr. Jeremy, but you can't do that.
I don't think that's for you to decide, sir. Director General.
Well, we're just going to have to let the court decide that, aren't we?
Go for it.
Indeed.
Anyway. The convoy's moving.
Oh, here we go. The convoy should be entering any second now. Here it comes. The first car has entered. The second car has entered here. They will be driving along the edge here. Very well rehearsed, as we can all see. First car just about to pull up here.
Why is there system messages getting in the way of my photography?
Oh, don't worry. I'll mood. Absolute mood right there. But yes, here we go. The cars have arrived here. He is greeted by the Tornista, Kira O'Kearney here, who will lead, she will, I believe, lead him, rather. Sorry, Sequatic is not a woman, if that had to be clarified. She will guide him into Dublin Castle here. Expressing how nice it is to see him, of course, after all. He is going to be the president after this evening, so probably wise to keep him on side and not, be nice and all. But here we go. We'll follow him from behind here and then hopefully get a nice front shot as he enters St. Patrick's Hall, which is where he will be inaugurated before the crowds. Again, led by the Tornista, Kira O'Kearney. Again, a very, very monumental moment in Irish history, where we are seeing the first elected president by the people of Ireland, President-elect Keevy O'Neill, on his way to be inaugurated, led by the Tornista, with his aide-de-camp following behind.
A wonderful shot there of two prior presidents.
Mm-hmm. Heading towards the front, of course, where he will now stand. If you're wondering why I'm talking over the anthem, by the way, it's because we can't actually hear it in the studio, so I'm not insulting the anthem if I can't hear it. There we go. Everyone shall be seated now, and the proceedings of the inauguration shall get underway. Again, President-elect Keefe O'Neill sat in the elegant chair at the front there, where he will stand soon and be inaugurated by the Chief Justice of Ireland.
A prayer now from our representative, His Excellency Gerald.
Yes, a prayer. Mazel tov.
I'd love to get a lovely picture here, but his messages are getting in the way.
Yeah, good luck with that one, Jeremy. Good luck with that one.
I'm not against religion, guys.
Yes, I believe I am required to say that RTE are massive lovers of the Roman Catholic Church. They are a great ally of Ireland and a great way of uniting the Irish people.
This
Just
is
a
what I
quick
love.
message.
One of the most common questions I get at these events are you taking photos? And they're PM'd as well, so they get in the way.
That happens to me quite a few times as well, Jeremy.
It's like, yes, it's my job. Why wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm. I believe our camera is frozen, unless that's just my end here.
I think it is, yeah.
We do apologise for that brief
Oh, no.
freeze. Hmm.
Tell me I got a shot there. I think he left a gap. Hopefully I got a picture there. Amen. Right.
There we go. A quick prayer there from the the Archbishop of Dublin, if I remember correctly, Jeremy.
I believe so.
I have absolutely no idea, but regardless, very welcome. I believe
It's the Taoiseach now. He's going to read a speech about the
yes, we do
president.
have a speech here from the Taoiseach of Ireland, Lewis Dougherty, bringing us a speech of his. Let's take a listen. And this time I will not interrupt. In fact, I will say, I will interrupt just briefly. I will note that, of course, on his left, rather on our left, Ciara O'Kearney, Taoiseach of Ireland, and of course the current president, who of course will be departing today in favour of Keefe O'Neill, Bíreach, sat on his right. There we go. Lewis Dougherty, the Taoiseach of Ireland, wrapping up his speech there. A lovely speech directed to the President-elect of Ireland, Caoimhin O'Neill, who is, of course, sat not very far away, just 2 seats away there, in a nice golden blue chair. Quite a nice chair. Personally, might buy one myself on this
And now
broadcast.
the oath. The oath of office.
Yes.
Will be delivered by Chief Justice Conor Novak and former president,
Mhm.
who once did take that same chair and receive
Yep.
his oath.
And now the oath of office. From this moment on, Caoimhin O'Neill becomes the President of Ireland.
Hello, what brings you here today? The Chief Justice said.
And with that, I believe that is his oath of office taken. Claps all around, of course, because we have just witnessed President Caoimhin O'Neill, the first president to be elected by the people of Ireland, to be put to a democratic vote by the people, for the people, and of the people. President Caoimhin O'Neill, President Sigwadig of Ireland, right there. A momentous occasion for all of Ireland to remember. Of course, he will now read his inaugural address, some kind words to all those who have, of course, helped him get to where he is now. We shall take a listen. I believe that is President Sigmatic finishing his speech there. The crowd, of course, roaring with excitement at the heralding of a new era for Ireland. Again, people standing once more for, I believe, the Irish national anthem. Or, I believe, let's see. Yes. The President's Taoiseach and Taoiseach shall, of course, make their way out, or rather, sorry, the Taoiseach President and aide-de-camp, rather, making their way out of Dublin Castle. Once again, Ireland has a new president. We say farewell and bid farewell to President Bearach, and we say hello to President Sequatic, who shall now be the President of Ireland for 7 months. Maybe 12 if he comes back for another term. But for certain, Ireland has a new head of state for 7 months. Once again, the president, of course, making his exit there, back towards the convoy, back towards basically a reverse of how he entered here. He went in president-elect, he comes out president of Ireland. Of course, I believe he's actually here to inspect now, I believe. Or at least, I don't know, probably say hello to the bagpipers. And, I don't know, maybe declare a dictatorship here and there. It really depends how the president is feeling after his inauguration. And I believe he's gone back in now. I believe they're going back into the building. Interesting. Instead, we now have Conor Novak coming out. Perhaps he's going to declare himself president for life. I believe he is just making sure that the bagpipers and members of the Irish Defence Force are ready, that they are prepared. The former President Bearach will be taking thank yous on the stage. Back in the St. Patrick's Hall, he will be taking thank yous from members of the public gathered within Dublin Castle. I believe everyone is being asked to be seated, though, once again. Just trying to gather what is going to be next here for these celebrations, I guess we can call them now. They're certainly celebrating a new president of our nation. We certainly are over at Donnybrook. We are ecstatic. You can hear it in my voice. We've got a haunting picture here of the Taoiseach standing ominously in the shadow, possibly heralding what is to come for the political scene of Ireland. We are not quite sure. But I believe we will hopefully go back to St. Patrick's Hall, see what is going on there as preparations are underway outside of the castle. We might as well see what's going on inside again. Once we navigate, of course, back to St. Patrick's Hall, the lovely blue hall with seats and all for the many members of the public who sat there earlier. But yes, here we are back there again. Members of the public seated. I believe they will be giving thank yous to Bearach, who is still, of course, sat as well. Again, got many distinguished members of the public gathered once again. Jeremy, would you like to go through the list if you're not busy taking photographs of this moment? I assume we've lost connection with Jeremy as he is busy fulfilling his photographical duties. But yes, we will, I guess, head back outside and see what's going on there. Very dark outside, very difficult for our cameras to see what's going on, but I believe the president will be inspecting members of the IDF very shortly. I know I'm definitely struggling to see what is going on there. I believe it would be definitely a struggle for Jeremy's camera as he takes the photos of this event. It can only be so dark before the cameras just don't pick up what you're trying to photograph. But again, just some scenes here of Dublin Castle, a magnificent castle built, by the way, by the former president now, Bierach. Built by him, I believe, roughly a year ago now. It was built about a year ago, in preparation to be used, of course, for events like this, and to stray away from the terribly built Dublin Castle built by British developers. I can definitely say this one is a massive, massive, massive improvement. Fit and worthy of presidential inaugurations. But again, we have the president here. I believe they are sort of lighting up the area now so we can see what is going on. The president here, his aide-de-camp as well, a member of the Miadra family, Jeremy's son, if I remember correctly, a loving son, I suppose. And now the aide-de-camp to President Sequatic, drawing his sword in preparation for, I suppose, ceremonial duties here. But once again, this is the president here about to inspect and speak to members of the IDF and about to fulfill perhaps his first presidential duty here, his first duty as president of Ireland, speaking with the men and women who have defended this island from invasion, reclaiming Ireland's place as a sovereign nation, the members of the Irish Defence Forces, who will be inspected again momentarily as the Piper Band, which is what they are the Piper Band of the Irish Defence Force. Members of the public will be able to witness this spectacle. I suppose it's technically not an inspection, then it's more of a musical bit, a musical segment, but regardless, certainly a moment where we're going to be amazed at the musical performance provided. The Irish Army Pipe Band, as one of them has just said there, performing a presidential salute. And now we shall hear the pipes. I believe they're now going to shoulder arms, judging from what the commandant of theirs is saying. I believe it's the part where the president's now going to inspect them. Again, the pipe major here, Dylan Hello 20, member of the Irish Army Pipe Band. See who else we've got here, who are the first people to be inspected by Ireland's new president. And to have a conversation with the new president, even. Just see who else is here. Don't believe I can actually see their name there, but oh well. State your name and purpose. It seems the president is really getting down to business here, forcing this individual to state his name and purpose, probably for nefarious purposes. Very scary moment for this individual. I believe they are worried at what this new president might do to them. They are just a little bit scared, a little bit worried. I believe they are talking, though, but we just can't see their speech bubble, so... Oh well. Again, a lovely member of the Irish pipe band there. Another one here. I did not catch their name, but again, a lovely member, lovely band player as well. Clearly the best in all of Ireland, the best pipe players Ireland can offer. And now inspecting the third. This is Anglo Facilia. It's that guy. Worked with him many times before. Very good man. Clearly good on the pipes. Very good mouth action. I have just realised what I've just said. But it does not change my points, though. Clearly very good on the pipes. Lovely conversation there between our new president and, yes, very nice piping. President is a big fan of the presidential salute. After all, it is named after his office, so he probably should be a fan of it. It would be very insulting, overthrow-worthy, coup-worthy if he did not like it. National Invincibles, write that down. Once again, back over to the pipe major, who is in charge of this performance. And the president is very thankful, as we can see here. He better be, once again, he better be. After all, it takes a lot of effort to press the buttons in order to make the bagpipes play a tune. We'll see what happens here now. Really keeping us on a cliffhanger here. Trust Jules to attempt to lag out the game. It shall not disrupt this performance, however.
Beautiful.
Once again, a thrilling and beautiful performance by the Irish Army Pipe Band for the new President of Ireland, President Sequatic, President Keevy O'Neill, President O'Neill, whatever you want to call him. Ireland's president, the people's president.
This time we can safely say he was chosen by the people.
Yes, we can indeed say that this time.
He is
He
a
was
people's
chosen by
president.
the people, and he was also chosen by God, aka Conor Novak.
I believe now the convoy will come around and pick him up and bring him back to his new home.
Sounds good. He will be taken to the presidential estate, or the residence of the president. Ours, I have absolutely no idea how to. Yeah, that place. He'll be taken to the residence where he will fulfill, I believe, another string of duties. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen on that front, but
he will greet the outgoing president and the secretary general to the president, who will introduce him back into Arsnigthron. And I believe he will be meeting with distinguished guests as well, and the Council of State.
Are we required to stream that bit?
I mean, you can.
Yes, indeed, we can, but will we? I have absolutely no idea if we will
it is just
or
the
not.
president walking up and shaking hands, giving a greeting, and then walking inside.
Indeed, indeed. But yes, the convoy will once again pick up the president here, and take him to his residence, his home, which has, of course, been gutted by Birac. He has taken all of the fancy furniture, so it's going to be taking quite a lot of money from the taxpayer to refurnish the place. So that's a lot of tax. It's a lot of tax euros from me and you, Jeremy.
Indeed, as we both definitely pay our taxes.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not Jimmy Carr, you know. I do pay my taxes.
I can show you my tax papers. Totally not forged.
Thank you, Mr. Attorney General, for confirming that you are an honourable taxpayer of the Irish state.
I also pay my TV license.
I mean, you better. You better.
It's how the state gets funded.
Oh, good lord. Anyway, we do have a few headlines to go through. Dean Heathcote found guilty of tax fraud. It appears the police will be at my house momentarily. This will be my final broadcast. Oh dear. Well, off goes the president. I have no idea if we are...
Jeremy O'Mara announced new Director General
working. You will never ever take my job. But yes, we will quickly see if we will be asked to follow the president to the residence of the president, to his new residence. Of course, here are some shots, though, of Dublin Castle in all of its elegance at night. Before, if we do cut over to the residence of the president. We will see, however, if we can keep up with the pace of their vehicles. They are, of course, speeding down to the residence. They are breaking all sorts of traffic laws while doing so. It may be very difficult for us here at RTE to catch up.
I took my private helicopter and I'll be there, so yep.
Oh, lucky you. We don't get that privilege.
Yeah, the state photographer's office is more fun than confirmed.
Oh, honestly. But yes, we will see if we will be going there shortly. In the meantime, Jeremy, just to fill some airtime, what are your thoughts on the new presidency so far? What are you thinking about it?
I'm delighted to see Caoimhin. I've known him for quite a long time now, and I've worked with him on several occasions. It's very happy. I'm very happy for him. He very much deserves the role, and you know, it's something someone might want to end their career on. I don't know if that's his intention, but you know, he's definitely done quite a lot in his career. This is one way to go out.
I mean, you've worked quite closely with him before, I believe, or at least I know you and him are good friends. I'm also good friends with him, of course. You know, friends of benefits, I might even add. I'm
Very
kidding,
true.
as if. But have you got any
Yeah.
personal experiences with the new president that stand out for you or with you?
Um, I can only go back and remember, the day I was in the Dáil the day he was first elected as Taoiseach. Little did the country know he would be the first two-term Taoiseach, as I do deny that second term ever existed, but we won't go there.
Is there a particular reason you want to tell us why you deny its existence?
Um, can I speak to my lawyer?
No, you cannot.
I think I can speak to my lawyer on that one.
I
Steve
don't
Cratton was the
remember that
best
being the
one-term
case.
Taoiseach. This is fact.
Right. Um, we will be cutting over to the residence of the presidency. We are just, of course, preparing our adventure over there because, of course, it is a very treacherous landscape. It is very dangerous.
Bus
You might
Éireann
get
has
shot
provided us,
by.
but Bus
Yes, it
Éireann
is.
has
It is.
provided
You
us
know, it is
great.
Dublin. At the end of the day, it's not a safe place, is it? Dublin. It's not safe. So we have to really navigate carefully with our
Yeah,
teams
former
over at
President
RTE.
Biorak has just arrived at Oras and Uachtaráin. Conor Novak
All right.
arrived a couple of minutes ago.
All
We
right.
are
Well, we
we are
will
currently here.
cut over there shortly. So do bear with us there. Do not leave us. Do not go anywhere. There is still more to come.
I also
So
believe
do not go anywhere.
Sharon is in Phoenix Park.
Oh, Sharon's in Phoenix Park as well. Oh dear.
Uh, last time I checked the Find My iPhone, she was by Phoenix Park. Or sorry, not Phoenix Park,
Oh
Dublin Zoo.
God.
Last time I checked, she was banned from there, but check the live Garda reports. You may see Sharon arrested.
Oh dear. But yes, again, we are going to go over to the residence of the president. Ours at Uachtaráin, something like that. Very, very shortly. So just got my throat there. Of course, it is once again the residence of the Irish president. It is where he lives. It is where he fulfills a lot of his constitutional duties. It's where he reads pieces of legislation to then sign into law. It is where he meets people. It's where honours are done. It is a lovely, lovely building. Jeremy, is there anything else you can tell us about the place?
Yeah, it's quite a historic place. Biorak being the first president to use his privilege to deny
I'm
a
gay,
bill,
Harvey. If Joe Biden keeps
proclamation, and
shipping
send it to the
illegal
Supreme
immigrants
Court.
into
So
our
there's definitely a
states,
lot of history
we all
here at
gonna have to
Orson.
learn Spanish.
Having worked there in a time
My
of my
message to
career, I must
Biden.
say it is a beautiful
No
place.
way, ho.
It's a great place to work.
Hmm. But yes, we will once again bring the cameras over there soon. We will have footage of what's going on at Phoenix Park, at the residence of the president, where there will be again another set of course events. Do you want to quickly remind us, Jeremy, what's going to be happening at Phoenix Park?
Yep, no problem. So the incoming president, Caoimhin or O'Neill, my apologies, will meet the former president of Biorak and will be greeted by I believe, the Secretary General to the President, if not the former president himself, and will be led into Arsenal, where he will, believe, meet with the former president. I'm being told. Um, meet with the esteemed guest, as well as having his first Council of State meeting as well.
It sounds very, very jam packed and lovely. But here we go. We do have a camera now on the residence of the president here. Once again, this is where the president resides. This is where the magic happens for the presidency. And I'm not referring to the thing that you ask your parents about at a young age. No, never ever. It is, in fact, where the president resides, where he does all his duties, most of them at least. Fulfills his constitutional obligations, the residence of the president or the house of the president. And yes, we will be having. Yeah, that is its name. That's its name in 3 different versions. But yes, we do again have the setup here. Conor Novak, Bierek, 2 former presidents. 2 former presidents we had on our on-air special for the presidential election. We of course have the Secretary General to the government as well. I believe that's Lynn. Yes, that is Lynn. Who was the competitor and rival to Sequatic in the presidential election. And of course, Sequatic pulled through with his win and has subsequently been inaugurated, subsequently won. And we also have Gigan here as well, the Secretary General to the President. 4 very distinguished members of Ireland's upper echelons here, ready to greet the new Irish President inside, or outside, and then inside. But yes, Jeremy, while I quickly run over to Phoenix Park, because that's a great excuse for me quickly going somewhere. Would you like to tell our viewers just your experiences with Bierek, and please feel free to take your time.
Of course.
Please.
Over the past 14 months, it's definitely been. I suppose we can all somewhat say we've definitely all interacted with Bierek at least once. I have on a numerous time been very grateful to on a numerous occasions. He signed my warrant of appointment to Attorney General. Furthermore, he was very much a down to earth president. I met with him on several occasions in both Dublin Castle and North Newfoundland. Just for a chat, just to sit there, have a cup of tea, and talk. He was one who always listened to the citizens of his country, and he definitely led by the forefront of his citizens. And I definitely felt like I could say things to him, and he would definitely make a difference with those things. And it was a memorable presidency. Yeah, it's been very good. Obviously, the president has overseen several renovations to Orthnitron during his tenure, most notably the Lantern of Someone, which now sits in the window forever lit, as well as several extensions and a new portrait collection. I'm sure our viewers will be pleased to know that the president's computer system was upgraded in this period of which Bierek vacated Orthnitron.
You are correct. Bierek has indeed upgraded his computer systems, or at least I would hope so, considering he's Ireland's foremost developer, someone who we owe a lot of gratitude and respect towards. I have managed to navigate my way to the shed on Phoenix Park. Yes, there is a shed in Phoenix Park. Don't doubt that there is one. And I have navigated there for the events we're about to see shortly. But yes, again, former President Bierek, a national icon in his own right, a man with a very distinguished political career, very distinguished career as a public servant, someone who will be remembered for leading Ireland through thick and thin, being the president who, of course, served during our unification, and a friend of all of us. And now making way, of course, for a new president, President Sequatic, President O'Neill, who will, of course, be arriving at the house of the president very, very soon. Jeremy, just an offhand question again, while we wait for the president to arrive. would you like to tell us how what was it like taking photos earlier? Was it easy? Was it hard? Just fill the time.
There were moments where I wanted to frustratedly, excuse me, abuse my admin and let everyone know to stop asking me questions about are you taking photos. And there was at one stage where about 50 help requests came in. So there were definitely hard times, but I've just had a skim through there and they all look decent enough. So hopefully I can fulfill my duties in making both presidents look very stunning and very stylish today. As well,
Oh,
actually,
absolutely.
I believe the first artillery company will be giving the inbound president a gun salute. I believe there is activity currently by the guns set up in the gardens of Orphan.
Those guns are, of course, way down the place, like way down the place. Yeah, you got there in the end. Obviously set up here, where they will, of course, give the incoming president a gun salute. Just welcome in, a nice little welcoming to his new home and to his new office. I will also say we can confirm, by the way, that the former president Bierek has become a member of Island Group staff. This is something we obviously were expecting. Let's be honest here, we were all expecting that to happen. And can I just be the first to say, welcome, former President Bierek, to Islands Group staff. We hope that you continue to have many amazing memories with our community. And, you go, my guy. You're a great developer. So welcome to group staff. Even though I'm not on it personally. In fact, I will never be on it. But yes, I believe they are, I don't know, testing out the guns there. I believe they just fired one.
The Minister for Justice and Equality has just arrived to Orson.
Oh, lovely. But yes, we still have, again, here the artillery being prepared and set up, the large artillery pieces, which hopefully have not been tampered with to fire upon the house itself, thus killing everyone inside. No, not tampered with at all. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it.
I've been told pink and rainbow colored dye has been placed into the cannons, or not the cannons, the shells, for some LGBT movement.
I for one, support this.
I have no further information on that one.
Yeah. Well, even if they did, I think we can all be supportive of our lovely friends in the Irish LGBT community. Once again, RTE must remind our viewers, trans rights are human rights. And if you have a problem with that, you should probably go out.
And there's no question mark in that statement.
No, of course not.
So you don't need to respond. Save the tweet. Save the tweet. It wasn't a question. Stop it. I see what you're doing. Stop it.
What do you mean?
Not you.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to me. Oh, weird.
Rhetorical.
Oh, a rhetorical question. Lovely.
Kind of ruined it there, but you know.
Of course.
Former President Conor Novak staring ominously at the artillery company.
We have been shown a picture, actually, in No Context Island, showing Lynn doing the Nazi salute. How dare she? She says in the screenshot, "This is not good. This cannot go to the press." Well, sadly, it has gone to the press.
Does Lynette support hate crimes? We'll find
out. I don't know,
but
clearly we've got to start asking questions, Jeremy. This clearly requires a new inquiry.
Inquiry led by Caoimhin.
An inquiry committee into Lynette's behaviour. The chairwoman of that committee is Lynette.
Yeah.
But once again, yes, the artillery is being prepared there. We again do not know whether or not the shells will be pink-coloured. We will never know until they have been fired. And even if they are, once again, that is good, because we all like a little bit of pink action once in a while. Anyway, cutting straight away from that. Have we got any intel on when the president is arriving?
I'm being told traffic is mental. That's the statement I have from my contact within the convoy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are they telling me the guard didn't clear the roads in preparation?
I believe the president wanted to take a more scenic route.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
on his way
What's
to
the
his home.
scenic route? It's Dublin.
That's
What
I
is
was
the
thinking.
scenic route?
Maybe he tried to stop off at the storehouse and get a pint.
Maybe. We're going to need to get confirmation on whether or not the president has diverted through a McDonald's drive-through. We're going to need to get confirmation on this news.
Both former presidents and the Secretary General standing very much in wait. Some might even say they're statues.
Okay, yes, they are now going to go into their final positions. We'll hopefully bring the camera over to the building now, where we will hopefully see not just the sun beaming in the distance, but also the delegation assembled here at the front of the house, whereby they are going to greet the new president and give him a true presidential welcome very, very shortly, just off down the pathway. So we're just going to get a lovely angle in weight here. Got members of the IDF standing at attention, of course, as usual, in true fashionable style. But yes, we are now going to wait here for the president to arrive at his house for the first time in the capacity of his office, his first time stepping into his new home.
The president has arrived.
Let's quickly get a shot of this.
He's arrived. He stood with his aide-de-camps. I believe it's about to begin momentarily.
Yep, he is stood. He is ready to do his thing. They are, of course, trying to get photos. I believe you know the struggle of this, Jeremy.
Yep.
But yes, we do have here. I believe that is the smoke of the gun salute going off there. I think.
Just one gun.
Yeah. It appears that might have been an attempt on the president's life. We do not know.
The press council will be in contact regarding that false information.
Oh dear, oh dear. If the press council is listening to this broadcast, please forgive me. But yes, we are now waiting for the walk up to the house to begin shortly. Of course, they are just taking a few photos for, of course, press reasons. Jeremy knows the struggle before he begins his walk up to the up towards the residence, up towards his new home. Of course, he is reminding his compatriots there that the cue for go is indeed the word go. I mean, honestly, I'm shocked. How dare he use the word go to signify that they have to go?
I think
A linguistic innovation, as noted there.
Don't forget to get photos of the artillery, people. See, this is what I mean. I can't take photos if you're notifying me to take photos.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone with admin.
Yes, I believe one of our graphics has malfunctioned a bit there, but regardless.
I believe the guns are firing.
Mm-hmm.
Or beginning to fire. Or perhaps that was a malfunction.
No idea. I believe is our camera frozen.
It may be, actually.
What?
We have lost. Oh, we're back. We are back. Artillery getting ready now in preparation for this momentous day.
Lovely.
I feel like and
Here we go,
move,
and he
on
has
move.
begun moving. He has gone through our camera here, but there we go. We have got our camera back on track. A lovely walk here,
And a
in
lovely
sync.
interruption by Lynette Caoimhin.
Yeah, just imagine the Imperial March playing over this.
Someone make an edit of that.
Dun 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 dun. But here we go. We have the president here being greeted by his Secretary General. Being questioned about rent that he is not aware of. No one tell him about the taxpayer euros we give him.
But I'm being told that the Arsenal do not pay their TV license.
Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. I have apparently been forgiven for disseminating fake news at some points, but that's quite all right. We will keep the camera
Morning,
focused,
Mr.
of course, on this
President.
event.
I've been keeping your bed warm. Apparently, I'm supposed to be taking photos of this one.
Naturally. But yes, we do again have them gathered here. The president's being welcomed by this rather large delegation of people who he will be working alongside. Okay, we're going to cut away from the notifications that our camera team is receiving. It would be recommended that members of the game staff do not interrupt our staff, but we will focus regardless. Believe they are preparing to take a photograph. We might as well get in on the action here. Might as well get a nice frontal view if we would cut with the breaking news stuff. A lovely scene here. Once again, 3 presidents gathered there. That is some work happening within the building, but we're meant to move away from that, as we are meant to keep this broadcast semi-serious for the duration of this program. When we do have the Secretary General to the government there yelling about babying members gathered before us. After all, they are Lego politicians, just as we are Lego journalists, so I kind of see the need to baby those sorts of people. I would know. I was once a row politician, and now I am a washed-up Roblox politician.
A gun salute being given currently.
Lovely.
I'm also supposed to be getting pictures of this.
There we go. A fascinating gun salute there. We can see the guns firing away.
I believe I've been told the guns are fired at a 45-degree angle when in the presence of the president. There you go. Fun fact.
Interesting. Is that enough of an angle to hit the president, however?
Oh my god.
There we go. We just had another shell being spent there.
Can we move the army folk now?
Another one being plugged in there by a member of the IDF, about to fire the gun once again.
I believe a welcome banner has been placed in the doorway.
Mm-hmm. And once again, he fires away. We'll head back over to the house of the president just to see what they are getting up to and see what business is underway. We do, of course, have the banner there quickly strewn together, but once again, we have them still posing for photographs and for the inevitable Island official Twitter account tweet, as well as whatever we put out here at RTE News. After all, we do need photographs as well, so, you know.
Sponsored by the State Photographer's Office and your license fee.
Indeed. This is what your license fee goes to, ladies and gentlemen.
Can someone tell them I'm done taking photos, aka the only one that matters? Oh, of course, Lynette. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, if the photos aren't good, we know who to blame.
Yeah, you'll be able to see. You can tell who sent them. Just you can filter for photos sent by me, so you can do that. Make sure you keep that on.
Mm-hmm. And remember, if you are using photographs taken by Jeremy, then please do not credit him in them.
Don't worry, my lawyers are in contact, and you will receive a letter of which you must pay a fine for using my photos.
Which brings me to the next thing. If you require legal assistance when Jeremy comes for you, just remember Thompson & Thompson are there to help. This broadcast is in no way sponsored by Thompson & Thompson.
Did a state broadcasting company just support a private business?
Oh no, I'm gonna get sued. That's against the Competition Act, if I remember correctly.
Ruh-roh.
Oh no.
The last words of King George before the King's speech failed.
Keeps shipping illegal immigrants into our states. We all gonna have to
Indeed. Yes, I believe they are still
way.
stood there. Once again, just standing.
You guys weren't told this is being streamed right now.
Indeed. I believe that reminder should go to our cameraman, probably. And now they are, of course, heading indoors. Once again, I believe this is the part where he's going to meet with the Council of State, if I am not mistaken, Jeremy.
Frame that poster.
I believe that is the main sequence of events over with, though, Jeremy, unless I'm mistaken.
I believe the president is now looking at the banner attentively.
Yes, as expected. Noting that he has standing on table privileges now, well, no one tell him that we have to do that in the door anyway.
It's fine. He'll live his own little life.
Indeed. But yes, we do see him here standing on the table in front of the council estate, or members of the council estate, the highest advisory body to the president, to help advise on decisions that he may carry out in a constitutional capacity. They have no idea what they are going to do now, it seems. I believe that is probably our cue that there is no longer a...
This happened at the Michael D. Higgins inauguration as well, apparently.
Interesting.
Put on the table.
I mean, then again, I feel like Higgins has to stand on the table in order for anyone to take him seriously.
No, he just starts levitating because he's powered by God.
Very good point. I believe this is the part where the president is going to be talking to people, though, and I believe that does essentially wrap up anything worth RTE broadcasting. After all, we're not going to record one-on-one meetings. That's between private individuals, isn't it? So I believe we're going to wrap up our broadcasting there. We'll get a final shot of the house of the president here, a scenic shot, something to truly end this monumental occasion on. A lovely scenic shot of Presidency Paddock's new residence for the foreseeable future. A lovely time to be alive, a lovely time to be a member of the Irish community. Jeremy, give us your final thoughts before we
Yeah, there's been 4. Will this have been the 4th? Yes, it has been the 4. Yeah, it's been memorable. It's been great to be a part of it. Another one, and hopefully more to come if Ireland remains alive. Maybe the Irish Empire. Who knows? Speculation.
Indeed. Maybe he'll be the first God Emperor of the Celtic Empire. We never know. All we know is Ireland has a new president, President Caoimhin O'Neill, succeeding and fulfilling the shoes of President Bierach. Truly a monumental day to behold in Ireland. This has been RT's coverage of Caoimhin O'Neill's inauguration. I am Dean O'Connor. I have been joined by Jeremy O'Meara. This has been RTE News' coverage of the inauguration. I wish you all good night, and I bid you all farewell. Yeah, sorry, I didn't realise you had a final
It's fine.
thing.
I was just going to say, if anyone